What's up, Capricorn? Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. So happy to have you all here with me today. We are going to do a fun little tarot spread for you all for the month of September. These are going to be your September monthlies. As always, keep in mind, these are general messages. Not everything I say will resonate with each and every Capricorn out there. So please use your own discretion. Only take away messages that you feel are for your best and highest good, and you will know intuitively what those are. I always encourage you to come into this with an open heart and an open mind. Sometimes messages take a few days, a few weeks, even a few months to resonate. I know that's not what everybody wants to hear, but yeah, come into it with an open mind. Accept the messages that you will and release what doesn't seem to serve you or fit your scenario. I encourage you to check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs if you would like additional messages, the videos associated with those signs. Link in the description box below will help you generate your birth chart if you don't know your sun, moon, rising, Venus. Everything else will be in that description box, including the decks I'm using as well as my social media channels. So check those out if you're interested. Let's hop in for my Capricorn friends. Messages that they need to know for the month of September. Prince of Wands came out. Let's see what it's clarifying. So your energy is coming up as Four of Wands. Beautiful. Freedom is what it's called in this deck. Four of Wands is fire energy. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Generally a very steady, solid foundation. The fours are always sort of comfort zones, for better or worse, right? That's not always a bad thing, especially if you have been struggling to get to like that, essentially wanting that plateau of just like, I've been climbing uphill and now I can rest for a few miles. That's sort of what this Four of Wands means. And I do take that even further with the idea of freedom. You may have liberated yourself or released yourself from some sort of burden, or if it wasn't a burden, just a task that was kind of trying on your energy, on your soul. Wands speak of action, right? Passion, things that motivate us, things that inspire us, things that keep us searching. Something about the zest or the feeling of what you're doing. You were driven out of like, I'm just getting like pure fire. It is a card of Aries, so maybe some of you have strong Aries in your chart. But in terms of this forward movement that you finally like made it to, I'm just calling it the happy plateau because I feel like the plateau has like a negative connotation, and that's not what this is, especially being denoted by freedom, right? Prince of Wands, so I mean, even more fire energy. Prince in this deck is the Knight of Wands, so that would be Sagittarian energy. So yeah, the desire and the excitement to experience life, to feel something, to feel something for the first time in a long time, I just heard. Okay, so yeah, so maybe some of you, I mean, it could be romance. Sometimes wands can be passion. But yeah, I mean, and classic Capricorn, no shade you guys, but I tend to get very heavy career readings for you guys, be it monthlies or whatever. Even in your love readings, work always pops up, which means it's a significant player in a lot of your lives if you resonate with this, right? And that's cool, that's totally fine. You are earth energy, so that makes sense. Let's throw in a clarifier on. Actually, I'm using these fun little gypsy cards that I never get a chance to use. And they're kind of wacky, but I love them, so we'll see. What do the gypsy cards have to say about this? Can we clarify this Four of Wands? Heavy fire energy, so again, passion, energy, endurance, metaphorically climbing up the hill and reaching some sort of victory or goal. The Four of Wands can sometimes be the soulmate card. For those who are interested in the love read, it can be the 1111 card. Twin flame, destiny, fate, all that. Potentially with another fire sign. Potentially with a Sagittarius or an Aries or a Leo. Frivolity. All right. So butterfly. That instantly makes me think of transformation. Cocoon to the butterfly. Transition and change. Maybe like a step up in your career or a step up in like a romantic relationship. Like, I hate to say it, but like putting a title on it officially. For some of you, it could be putting a ring on it. But there's a lot of joy. There's a lot of joy and again, like appreciation of the here and now, living in the moment. And that is very much what this, it is the Knight of Wands, even though it's called the Prince of Wands in this deck. That's what the Knight of Wands lives for. If it's not fun, if it's not entertaining or exciting, he moves. Knights bring movement and change into our life. So I'm just getting, you're moving into a place where, yeah, it kind of feels like the sun is shining on you. You're able to embrace the little moments and not only embrace them, but enjoy them. That's what, butterfly, do butterflies drink nectar from flowers? I feel like they don't. I think I just made that up. But metaphorically, I think you understand what I'm saying. Enjoying the little things, going out in nature, going on a picnic, going on a hike for some of you. Maybe that plateau is literally a literal depiction of some sort of activity that you do out in nature. All right, so your energy's great. I mean, it feels steady and solid. Again, 4s, there's not a lot of risk involved there, but you've made it to some sort of like, okay, we're comfortable. This is good. And you're excited about it. You're feeling inspired or motivated. So I like that, Capricorn. We'll take it. So what is your challenge or focus in the month of September? There is heavy Leo energy in this. Typically, this is my Sagittarian card, but in this deck, it might be considered a Leo card. So take that with a grain of salt, right? Maybe something involving heavy courage and pride and sort of fighting for what you believe in, being a little bit inflexible to achieve this freedom or this liberation or opening of a new door. Anyway, your challenge or focus this month is the Empress, so potentially money. The Empress is Mother Nature, right? Some of you may actually be having maybe difficulties with a mother or a mother-in-law, potentially. Yeah, she's Mother Nature, she's creation, she's abundance. The Empress is the counterpart to the Emperor. So again, for any of those dealing with an Aries, this could be a relationship spread. But yeah, she's the idea of having a baby inside of you, right? It doesn't literally have to be that. For some of you, it could be. Maybe some of you are trying to get pregnant, or some of you are perhaps in a, like, what is the term? The baby's already in there. It's growing. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with my pregnancy terminology. Second trimester, let's throw that out in there. Or third trimester with the Empress. She's card number 3. Anyway, sorry. All right, so yes, the idea of the baby cooking in the oven. It's the idea of about to give birth to something. So be it a creative project or about to, she is money, right? Earth energy, Taurus and Libra. The idea of about to put funds down on a new house, about to, do you know what I mean? There's this potential that exists within, and it's about to give birth. It's about to take action, all right? So maybe some sort of hesitation in taking that action, because we know you, okay, so that makes sense. We know you've achieved something, right? And you're in this, you've achieved some sort of freedom. And again, something about the safety zone keeps coming up. And I don't want to downplay that as negative. It's a good thing. It's like you've crossed the finish line, and now it's like, you're at the water coolers, just, catching your breath, and it's good. You've accomplished something. You're feeling good. But ultimately, we know you have to go from a 4 to a 5. And 5s are agents of change, agents of chaos. So yeah, I think that there's something bigger ahead. It's just, it's like tearing yourself away from being able to enjoy the simplicity of being able to enjoy the results of your hard work and accomplishments and endeavors. It's like, how long can you linger in just this, life is beautiful energy before it's like, okay, time to make this baby happen, like that kind of thing. I say that all in metaphor, obviously, right? Can't force Mother Nature, though. So that's why it might be your challenge. Whatever it is that you're, excuse me, anticipating having to do, or again, metaphorically give birth to, there's something about it where it may actually be your challenge because you can't force the timing of it. There may be something to do with like divine timing, the timing of, you can't rush a baby, I always say, right? So it's going to come when it's going to come, right? I just heard induced labor. So maybe some of you literally are pregnant. Maybe you're going to give birth to a little Virgo baby, right? Or some sort of project is going to take off in Virgo season, which, I mean, Virgo season is like kind of the worker bee card, right? Anything that has been stalled or delayed in Virgo season, it's like we roll up our sleeves and we get it done, right? When we're coming out of this fiery Leo season, right, where you have so much fire and wand energy here, it's like the excitement, getting like putting fuel in your tank, and now it's time to like drive and get there. That's sort of what I'm getting here. So too many cards flew out. Are we going to take them? I guess we'll take them. King of Cups, so potentially a romantic partner or mate. Very much like a card of fatherhood too. So whether you're male or female, I could see this as a relationship. If it's, if it's a male-female relationship, it certainly doesn't have to be. Falling under the Empress is the High Priestess. So this is the card of inaction. And that sort of makes sense, as we were saying, you can't rush the baby. There's something about intuitively that this process is going to happen when it is supposed to. And so you may be getting frustrated in delays, but as I was saying, you're already at the 4, so agents of change and chaos, those number 5s, they're coming, whether you want them to or not. it's coming, right? You can't stop it. It's going to come. But yeah, this may be about releasing control of trying to make it happen, or I even like make certain deadlines or set a very specific criteria for, I don't know, a deadline or possibly something to do with timelines. Something about maybe 9 months, and that could be 9 months back or 9 months into the future, just given the connotation of the baby, or even 3 months with the Empress. Something significant in your life may be happening in that sort of window or time span. Again, not for everybody, but yeah, intuitively, you know, there's some sort of karmic balance of you putting in efforts and not seeing the results. You're going to. Magic will happen. The Queen of Wands. More Aries energy. You have very strong Aries in this reading. And lots of people for that matter too. I'm actually not sure who is who exactly. So again, take what fits for your story and release the rest. Your King of Cups and this doesn't have to be a male, but typically I am getting that energy from it. Someone who's very in touch with their soft side, their romantic side. Heavy Scorpio, Cancer energy could also be a Pisces. They may be looking to you to make some sort of executive or creative decision. And again, as much as you want to be immediately in that Queen of Wands energy, action, right? Fire, make it happen. Yeah, there's something about waiting for like all in good time, for due process. I don't even know what that means. And yeah, so maybe you're feeling pressured by this King of Cups. Maybe this is someone at work I'm just looking to you like, Capricorn, you know, when is that decision going to be made? When can I expect that report? And you're just like, Brad, not right now. That's actually really funny. You're throwing a little shade at this person, because I think they're the ones who are impatient, and because the High Priestess is sitting under this Empress. This is very much your energy, Capricorn. It's like, all in good time. Yes, you know, they're especially coming from a huge energy of fire, of go, go, go action. This is potentially a challenge because it's not go, go, go. It's earth energy. It's very slow moving. And again, welcome to Virgo season. It's slow, but progress is still progress, right? Yeah, all in good time. The task will be done. The task will be completed. If any zodiac sign can make sure of that, it's Earth zodiac signs, right? So you, Capricorn, as well as Virgo season, and even Taurus, it will get done when it is supposed to. You know, we think of even like Taurus bull energy. You can't force them to do something. They're strong-willed. They're strong-headed, right? But there is a transition from this waiting of time to the Fire Queen, to the Queen of Action, the work hard, play hard Queen. So yeah, maybe for some of you, especially with that Sagittarian energy, you're still balancing out that energy of play hard, because if you've achieved some sort of victory and celebration, not wanting to tear yourself away from that and do the work, especially if you're not seeing immediate results, it may be tempted to go back to, I'm just getting sort of like the party scene, to like enjoy the here and now, and I'm not vouching or voting against that, so to say. I think this is like a really wonderful energy. But yeah, your challenge or focus is coming up as the Empress, building the empire, giving birth to something over the course of a timeline, having to listen to those little messages from universe or from your inner guidance system, your intuition. And I am getting something a little bit condescending here about this King of Cups. So Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, water. Again, they have a good heart. There is something very pure and lovely about them, but they may not be the most patient person. And yeah, maybe they're looking to you, Capricorn, because they want the results. This could be your boss. And again, I'm just getting like this breathe in, breathe out, almost like play on like Lamaze. This project, it's like breathe in, breathe out. It will all happen in good time, and then boom, you're going to be the Fire Queen. It's going to burst like a flame. It's going to, and I mean that in a good way. I feel like I made that sound weird. The creativity will emerge. The baby will come out, right? Action, fire. But it's like you're sitting on that. It's a little bit suppressed right now because it's supposed to. Who's suppressing it? The Empress. Well, we obey the Empress, don't we? Right? Like she's in control. She's in the power position. And I do think this is you, Capricorn. Interesting. So yeah, patience, and maybe dealing with those around you who might be impatient, or even a fire sign who might be kind of flighty and or I'm sorry, maybe not flighty, but anxious or anticipating the arrival of the baby or the project or the new house or whatever you're doing. Something about anticipating it, and you may have multiple people. Again, there's a lot of people cards here. Could be mother and father energy waiting for you to announce something or bring something to light, or you may have told them you're involved in some sort of project and you know, they call you every weekend like, so did you get anywhere? Well, like, where are we at? Yeah, it's like, again, it's gonna happen when it's gonna happen. So what is the help available to you, Capricorn? The Lovers. Yes, I love it. Gemini energy. The Lovers ultimately talks about choices, right? It can certainly speak about romantic partnerships. I love in this deck, it's called the Angels of Commitment. So it does kind of, with that title, it does sort of take away any negative connotation maybe of options in Lovers for, you know, for those worried about third-party energy, because there were a lot of people here, I will say that. But let's see. The help available to you is commitment of some kind to a person, maybe staying tried and true to the one who's had your back, the one who metaphorically makes you feel like they protect you, or not even metaphorically in real life, right? But I was gonna say metaphorically wrap you in their angel wings. Angel of Mine by Monica. I just heard that song. Underlying energy, Two of Wands. Yeah, a lot of you are with a fire sign. Or a water sign, but a lot of you fire energy, or that might be very strong in your chart. And I mean, the Two of Wands does talk about a choice, right? Committing to one path or the other. And not only committing to it, but standing very firm in your beliefs. There's something incredibly like confidence, willpower is coming through here. I very much like, it is an Aries card again, but I'm getting Leo vibes, heavy Leo vibes. Some of you have some sort of, I don't know if psychic ability is the right term, a connection, mental connection, High Priestess energy. You don't have to speak to know. You have that sort of relationship with the person you're with. It's like you guys look at each other and you, there's like this click of you understand what the other person is thinking. And I mean, that wards really well for a very solid relationship, right? You guys are just naturally in tune with each other. You communicate either psychically or just without words. Yeah, you are very much in tune with this person. And so for some of you who are not committing to that person, or vice versa, you know, if they're hesitating to put a title on it or put a ring on it, which was sort of coming up here a little bit, because it's coming up in your energy that may be something you want or something you're looking for. This does seem like very firm, steady, solid. Again, his stance is very confident. He's standing between them two very equally, very balanced. And again, wands talk about passion. So even the way there's like this little, I don't know if you can see, there's like almost like this light beam that connects the two. Again, like psychic abilities, back and forth, like mental energy, but also wand energy, passion. You guys work well together. The help available might be making that commitment known or speaking about that commitment, taking forward movement, forward action on that commitment to your angel. Some of you may literally be with someone named Angel, or maybe you have like an angel tattoo or something like that. Let's throw one of these on it. What is this help available to Capricorn? If you have to make difficult choices, I would say involving them, because I do feel like it's steady and solid. They have your back. And so maybe that's what this is. Maybe your King of Cups feels like he's not, it doesn't have to be he, but I am getting very masculine energy from it. He's not being involved in the decision making. And maybe that's, so maybe I'm mistaking this condescension for just like, oh gosh, like victim mentality of just like almost pouting. That's what it is. They're looking at you who's potentially being very secretive, right? Not speaking about this creation that, again, you intuitively know it's going to happen when it's going to happen. Your king may be a little bit upset because he feels like he's being excluded. And so instead of vocalizing it, Yeah, he might just be I'm getting pouting. That's so funny. And that would make sense for Cancer or Scorpio. I have both of those in my chart, and yeah, we do that sometimes. That's funny. All right. What do we need to know about this Lovers? Why is the Lovers going to be helpful to Capricorn in the month of September? Let's clarify the Lovers for Capricorn, please. Priest. All right, yeah, this could mean marriage for some of you. Absolutely. Or some sort of commitment, right? I see this as like the Hierophant card. So the idea of the Hierophant is Taurus energy, by the way. Also Scorpio. I'm getting Scorpio from this. Making a higher commitment, right? Whether it be to God, whether it be to spirit, whether it be to each other. Again, how I was saying, raising the bar. I'm just getting like raising the bar, whether it's career or relationships. For a lot of you, it has to do with the commitment to some sort of partnership, right? It could be in a workplace, absolutely. But for a lot of you, it is romantic with all this like baby, mother, father metaphor. Yeah. Some of you, because it's like I was talking about that 9-month timeline and knowing it's going to happen when it's going to happen. If you are trying for a baby and not having success, you may become pregnant, and if you kind of do the math correctly, you're going to give birth to a Cancer baby. So that would be in late June, early July. It could be something like that. So you wouldn't be pregnant now, if that makes sense. But in Virgo season, you may be working at it. I hope that lands for some of you. Interesting. And the help available is making the commitment, being faithful, right? I mean, with the Priest, and also in terms of like the larger group, the Priest rules over his people, right? What is the term? Congregation. But yeah, it's the idea of like neighborhoods, communities, collective groups. For some of you, like really soul searching, kind of going within to seek answers greater than just what's before you. Maybe you I don't want to say reinvest, but start going to church, or start going to church again if maybe that kind of fell off your radar for again. It's like raising the bar on your spirituality or your beliefs, or raising the bar on your commitment to a person. Because right now you're just in the middle. This is almost saying choose one. And same with the Lovers. As the first thing that I said when it came out is it is ultimately a choice. For a lot of you, it is a choice in a relationship. Maybe you're choosing between a Taurus and a Gemini or an Aries, right? It doesn't have to be. But I do think that this person, even if they come from a different spiritual background than you, again, you can make it work. That idea of you communicate psychically, you guys speak to each other internally. You can feel it, like a physical connection, but it's greater than that. It's also spiritual. Wands can be very spiritual as well. And as can the Prince of Wands, Sagittarian energy, that can be quite a spiritual, like they're the philosophers of the zodiac too, seeking greater answers to transform cocoon to butterfly. Maybe you're ready to like level up on this relationship and yeah, bring it to the next level. Commit. Priest, right? Whatever your religion is, it's symbolically like commitment, unity, bringing the group together. Yeah, I am just getting kind of like religious or spiritual practice too. For again, going to church or to temple or whatever it is for you, a reinstating that. Sorry, I'm not being clear with my words, but yeah, having a very solid, having faith play a very solid role in your life. I guess that's the best way I can say it. Apologies for my for my stumbling there. All right, so let's see. What is your advice or guidance, Capricorn? The Six of Wands. Six of Wands is the victory card. I like that. I think it has to do with this project that you're waiting for. The victory will come, right? Marching triumphantly through the parade, it's going to draw eyes. It's going to attract people to look up at you, to see you as very brave, to see you as very courageous, having gone through previously the Five of Wands, right? You have the Four. What you're going through now, I think, or about to, is the Five. Maybe you've had some conflict with your person, but you're and maybe that's giving you pause about, is this my person for life? For those seeking that, right? I never want to make an assumption, but yeah, maybe you're kind of going through that a difficult, uncomfortable 5 energy, or you're anticipating that it's coming. You can no longer remain in the safety zone forever of, well, we're just dating, it's casual. Maybe it's, yeah, maybe someone is again putting pressure on, like, so are we gonna do this? And again, please take it as it resonates. This might be through work, but yeah, eventually you are gonna get to that even balanced number, the 6, right? The 6 is a very lovely energy. Pride, courage, victory, you've made it. You're triumphantly marching through the parade, attracting eyes on you. Again, maybe, your baby has come into the world and you're having lots of parties and everybody gets to meet the new little member of the family. It's going to feel good. More wand energy, Aries, Leo, Sag, and it's because you took action. This spread has been a story of taking action and also knowing when to like step back, knowing when to stand back and let nature take its course, taking action when you are called upon, but ultimately, yeah, some sort of like faith and spirituality that there is something greater in your course, in your path here. Gifts will be brought to you, abundance will be brought to you when it is supposed to, all in due time. What is the 6 of Wands about for Capricorn, please, in the month of September? What do we need to know about the 6 of Wands? The Ace of Cups. Oh, well, there's that baby card. New baby. Potentially. It doesn't have to be. New joys, new love, new abundance, new happiness. That in itself is a victory. So your cup will runneth over. And that for you, Capricorn, is what's like the foundation of this victory, of this success. So very likely you're going to achieve emotional happiness before you get that fiery, passionate recognition from the group. So yeah, for a lot of you, because it's here, it may involve a baby or some sort of creative project, if we go with the metaphor of bringing something out into the world to share, a gift that you created like internally and now it's being displayed publicly, I guess. Yeah, it's going to feel so good. And I think you're already sitting on this energy of knowing there's great potential in this. There's great love in this, right? That's your help available to you. What makes your heart sing, what fills you with joy, keep tapping into that. Because again, High Priestess energy, intuitively there's something there. The High Priestess is like she's sitting on this happiness, but it's something about all in due time of when it's going to rise up to the surface, right? It's being a little bit suppressed right now, and maybe it's literally a suppression by your boss. It could be. Maybe you're not being allowed to, express this desire to take on the new project at work, to be the leader of this team or whatever it is. Maybe someone is literally keeping you under them. It's like a power play. But again, eventually it's going to come to the surface. It's inevitable. The High Priestess knows that. So yeah, and if these cards are also representing like internally what's going inside of you, there's fire and there's water, right? And maybe there's, the opposite elements, fire and water. Maybe you're sort of at war with yourself because you're so desperately trying to get this creative project up and out of you. But I just heard like word vomit or something like that. Maybe you're a writer. But yeah, it's like, it's just like that meditation. Just breathe in, breathe out. Abundance will come my way when it is due. And again, that's what this spirituality and faith in the universe has to do with. Faith that when you are vibing high and putting love out into the world, even though maybe you feel like your ideas are being suppressed at the moment, it's like when you raise your vibe and raise your calling and realize that even psychic abilities or connection with source or with spirit, that's going to be helpful to you to ultimately bring this to life, to get it up and out, to bring it into the world, to birth this baby, right? And there will be victory and possibly recognition, right? That's what this card is called. So be it at work or with family, maybe you're surrounded by a tribe, be that your family or your friends group that maybe they are a little bit nagging or condescending or just it feels like they're constantly on you for results. It's all going to be like, see, it all paid off. Your hard work and patience, it all paid off. Your ability to go within and again, breathe in, breathe out, that meditative balance and calmness. The Two of Wands, he's balanced right between them. It's like prepare yourself internally so that when things start happening in Virgo season, right, the work season, when things are brought out to light, to the surface externally, you're better able, you're better equipped to like feel the success, to appreciate the success of what's going to come your way. All right, Capricorn, I hope that lands for some of you. You have really beautiful cards here. Let me know in the comments below what resonated for you. Please do like, share, subscribe. That would mean the world to me. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.